Prime, I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh, that came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions, and my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races: white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community, and what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, it obviously wasn't meant for them.
What up with y'all? In case you've been living under a rock, Kyrie Irving was recently suspended from the Brooklyn Nets for 5 games with no pay and recently dropped from his Nike deal, and shoe was canceled. Why, you might ask? For sharing a film called Hebrew to Negroes. He shared a film regarding the faith, the basic belief that the real Jews and the real children of God are African Americans, and that, modern day Jews in Israel are imposters and fakes, right? Black Hebrew Israelite it's a belief that the initial 12 tribes of Israel are the modern day Native Americans, Mexicans, African Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, basically any oppressed group in the Western world, right? Like Americas and the West Indies are the 12 tribes of Israel. How they get to those, how do they get those people from the text in the Bible? I don't know. That the children of Israel are African Americans, Native Americans, Mexicans. It's the most random selection of people. Even Liberians are considered one of the tribes of Israel because African Americans, when Liberia was colonized, some African American slaves went to Liberia, and that's why Liberia has the similar flag. Basically, anybody with connections here are the 12 tribes of Israel, right? They believe that basically God's word and mercy is only for the children, the Israelites, that everybody else God really doesn't care about, and they will be doomed one day when Jesus comes back, and they will be made to serve the Israelites, right? Every other, right? So most people, like literally all the ethnicities in Africa, all the ethnicities in Asia, all the ethnicities in South America, that are not amongst their groups, that these groups will be made to serve, right? It might be stupid to me and you, but this is a real belief held by a lot of people. And it's kind of weird that he was condemned so strongly for sharing just the film, because we really don't know if he actually believes this or not. It might have just been a very interesting film that he decided to share. At the end of the day, he's a human being. These things are interesting to him. He can't share. And I understand the power he has because he has 17. But let's be honest, the belief of the Hebrew Israelites, it has been a religious belief here, right? And yeah, I understand it calls those other Jews not real Jews and stuff, but that's the tale. Let's be honest, that's the tale of most religions. Most religions have some damnation towards the people who are not aligned with the same beliefs, and they have the same story. Something bad's going to happen if you don't join their religion. That is the tale of literally every faith, right? Or who don't follow their way of life is doomed. That's the tale of every faith. And people share from these respected faiths, but do we condemn them for it? No, because it's their beliefs. If it is Kyrie Irving's belief, I thought Kyrie was a Muslim. I don't know if I don't know, and I'm not going to judge him. He do what he do, but it is very weird that him not even going outright and saying he supports it, And he has since come out and kind of doubled down on it. I don't think he's deserving of all this backlash he's getting. Not to mention the hate and the constant like beatdown from the media. Even from his own peers, like former basketball players and current hoopers. We got Shaq, Chuck, LeBron, Stephen A. We got Jay Williams, like the most random people, Vince Carter, all of them giving their 2 cents to condemn him.
Some people are conscious, some people are not. I can tell he's not conscious. He doesn't really care what's going on. Sit up here to talk about stuff that divides the game. Now we got to answer for what this idiot has done. I stand for equality of all people.
This is what Kyrie said in part of his statement. I'm aware of the negative impact of my post, the Jewish community, and I take full responsibility. Mm-hmm. I do not believe everything said in the documentary was true or reflect my morals and principles. I'm a human being learning from all walks of life, and I intend to do so with an open mind and a willingness to listen. Mm-hmm. There are several things that we can call Kyrie Irving and we can say about Kyrie Irving. Open-mindedness is not one of those things.
It's simple. Me personally, I don't condone any hate to any kind, to any race, to Jewish communities, to black communities, to Asian communities. There's no place in this world for it. Nobody can benefit from that. And I believe, what Kyrie did caused some harm to a lot of people. Respect it. I don't condone it.
Mike, this is personal for me on a lot of levels, differently than most people, because I am Semitic. I know what the Holocaust was. I know that people that look like me were exterminated like rats. So I know what the extent of anti-Semitism can be, and it makes me very, very nervous and afraid in those sorts of situations.
The most random like content creators coming out, you see TikToks of people shitting on Kyrie. I'm like, what is like all he did was share a controversial film. Did he really, they act like he actually did something? Not to mention the $500,000 he was already forced to give up at the start. And now they want him to give up another $500,000, right? So $1 million he's giving up. They want him to do all this shit. They want him to apologize and condemn the movie. Sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training, meet with the ADL, Jewish leaders, with Joe Tsai to understand. I don't know who that is. But all this stuff to be able to return to the Brooklyn Nets. Like, what the hell? All of this? It's pretty interesting because we have people like Brett Favre, who was a former big NFL quarterback, who's literally in a whole welfare fund scandal. He's in a $77 million welfare scandal. Where him, governor of Mississippi at the time, 2017, him working with them, use his charities to help families, and other welfare charities use that money to fund his daughter's volleyball team's school, and I guess his old school volleyball center. He stole money from the poorest people in the poorest state, their welfare programs. He stole money from that, like millions. He hasn't even received 10% of the backlash that Kyrie Irving is currently receiving. They're running this guy Kyrie Irving through the ringer. Listen, man, I understand that some of the stuff being spewed, right, and the beliefs of the Hebrew Israelites, in my opinion, are false. I don't believe them, and I believe they're false, right? It's just another Hotep belief that is really stupid, all right? I'm not with Kyrie Irving on that, right? And I understand we went through weeks with Kanye West and the things he said, and now we're going through with Kyrie. Listen, I understand the unique history the Jews have had, right? The Jews have had a hard past in terms of, persecution. The Holocaust was really, really traumatizing, and it's really fucked up what happened to them, right? But it's kind of weird because equally fucked up things have happened to a lot of other groups. And disrespect towards those other groups really doesn't get this much attention or support from multiple big corporations and all this stuff. Like, they don't do a good job of trying to go against what they're just proving these people's points about how, that word anti-Semitic gets thrown around so heavy. Like, do we call Jews anti-Semitic when they're hurting Arabs? What about the Palestinians? Do we call them anti-Semitic when all the shit with Palestine? Do we call Jews anti-Semitic? No, nobody calls them anti. That's a Semitic group. Semitic group right there. Shit. I don't get why only that word gets thrown around when Jews are hurt. But I understand the history, the unique history with Jews and Hitler and all this stuff, and I understand those comments can be hurtful to some people, right? But let's be honest, what Kyrie Irving said, he didn't say anything, right? He didn't say anything hurtful. He really did not. He said something pretty interesting in the interview. When we go into these religious topics, to these religious discussions, it's a big no-no. How do you know he wasn't trying to open a dialogue, right? Like this is maybe this was very interesting to him, and he wanted to talk about it with his followers or his the people on his Twitter. He wanted to talk about it. And I'm not going to athletes for my beliefs or my beliefs on people. That's another reason why I kind of get mad when people like hold a lot of athletes and celebrities. Obviously, we should hold them to that standard. But like, I'm not going to them for my beliefs or my beliefs on people. And it's kind of stupid if that celebrity has that much influence on you. But that's the honest truth. These celebrities have a lot of influence on, people. Now I understand he probably come from perspective like this was really innocent. Like this is just a film. Not to mention Amazon is making money off this film. How come we're not boycotting Amazon? Where is that energy? You see what I mean? Amazon is making money off this film and nobody is saying anything about it. If him sharing this film and this belief and concept is so like crazy, why do we have it up on Amazon? Why do we have videos up like this on YouTube? Why are companies that are condemning these people able to profit off people putting it up there? Think about that. Why are we not condemning all of this? This is a religious belief. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah, that would be all. I just wanted to get my thoughts out on the topic. It's been all over social media, so I thought I'd comment on it. And again, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. I'm not even qualified to be a Hebrew Israelite. I'm damned according to the Hebrew Israelites for no reason. And I don't support any hateful speech towards any group. But I just think that, we kind of dropped the ball. We kind of beating a dead horse at this point. Yeah, make sure you watch your mouth on Jewish people. But if you want to steal money from poor families, it really don't matter. I mean, Brett Favre doing it. Anyways, that will be all for this video. It's your boy Moneymansell. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Take this video and listen to everything that I'm saying. Don't try to cut it to your, just listen. All right? Anyways, that will be all. I love y'all. Mwah. And we out.